Well, finally, after 2 minutes of fucking failure. Well, welcome everybody to 18 Worlds of Steel Across America. This is part 38. Due to some technical difficulties, it took me a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to edit all that crap out, but let's just get on with this, shall we? Let's not waste any time. Well, thing is, you can blame Prism 3D for that because that's their AI system they use for this. What the hell? I know you can, it's I think it's like a graphics engine or something that they use for it, and it's old, it's crappy. I don't know why they still use that anymore. Of course, this is an old game, way back in the day. So, whoa! Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta fix some things here. Hold on, just one second. Okay, there. Okay, my driver Frank is terrible. I mean, seriously. New York. Yes, I'm going to New York. So, okay, well, supposedly it's been almost another month since I recorded. So I was thinking, well, might as well go ahead and get some update videos about what the hell is going on. You think that line is just a little bit loud? Oh, sorry. Yeah, might fix it. Okay, well, all right. Well, I'm filming on February 5th, 2014, and I'm sucking at driving right now. And I ran into the guy. Okay, well, this is a great start. Yeah, it's February 5th of 2014. I just managed to sneak in some time. This is my day off. It's a Wednesday, I think. And yeah, some changes have gone on at work. Well, first of all, I mean, I don't know if I told y'all this in the last video. I was accepted into the rail department on January. It was January 9th, because my last video was January 2nd, so I didn't know about it. So, okay, here's what's going on about that. Well, I've been accepted into the Metro Rail department at work, but here's the thing. It's pretty much a month later, after getting accepted, and I still have no word about the training class. So I don't know. Seriously, don't know what the fuck is going on about that, but yeah, that's still up in the wind. But hey, good news is on January 26th, I started my new our new sign up, because every now and then we get to choose what new schedule we're getting. So I bid for one. Mine was pretty decent. It's off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I do mostly parking rides during the week, and then on weekends I do the local routes. So, I mean, all in all, it's not too bad. So we bid on that I think it was late December or something. I think I might have talked about it in my last video. I apologize because I don't remember what I said in that last video. It was like a month ago. But all I know is that I just recently started my new routes. I'd say a couple weeks ago. It's been quite nice because, well, let me tell you about that Saturday before, the 25th of January. Well, I had to do one of our busier routes. It was the to Bel Air. Now, the people who are not familiar with Houston, I mean, that's fine. So I'm not expecting everybody to know that. Bel Air is a pretty straightforward route. There's a lot of construction on it right now because they're ripping up a huge chunk of the road, and everybody's having to divert to one side. Of course, people here in Houston, they can't drive, so so go figure. There's gonna be a lot of issues, and especially when they just recently got done with one side of the road. Now the other side of the road's closed, and now it's causing 20-minute delays. as far as doing that route. So I was really late that day, and I was tired. I was exhausted. I was exhausted. I was so fucking sick of people. It was not funny. So after I got done with that, I was supposed to get done like maybe about 4:30 or so. I didn't get off work till a little before 5. So yeah, that completely sucked ass. So after that, the next day I started my new routes. It starts about 4:45 in the morning, which is really early. But on Sundays I get done by 3:30. So in the end, it's not too bad. But during the week, though, it's about 4:45 every day is when I start. And I have what's called splits. Just to give you a brief definition of that. That just means I do a shift in the morning and then a shift in the afternoon. Just hours vary. So I start at 4:45 in the morning, and I end up about 9:15 in the morning, right? So that's my first part. My second part doesn't start till about 2:45-ish, and does not get off till about 6:15. Well, I say 6:15, but in reality, the traffic sucks. So it's more like 6:30, 6:45 before I get off work. So yeah, those are long days, but those are just parking rides. So I don't really mind it too much. Except in the early morning on my one trip into one of the transit centers, I did this black gentleman that gave me a lip the first week. Gave me a bunch of shit for leaving early and all that stuff. And as soon as my computer system tells me to go, I go. According to the time on my schedule, when it says for me to go, I go. This guy just kept arguing with me, and I was leaving too early, and he was giving me a whole bunch of shit about it and telling me not to leave him behind again. So this is what I did. So I stopped the bus. And I'm like, look, I was like, look, I really don't appreciate you talking to me like that. That's very disrespectful. First of all, just to give you information, I was waiting on you, because you looked like someone that normally rode this bus. So I was doing you a service, and you dare to talk to me like that. I was like, next time I'm not dropping you off at no gas station. Because he normally rides me back to the parking lot I start at, but he wants me to lay off at this gas station because right next door to the parking lot, right? So you can catch one of the other local buses that goes in the parking lot, but for some reason he doesn't want to go in the parking lot to catch the bus. I don't even know what its logic is. It makes no sense. But so I told him, I'm like, look, I was like, first of all, you're not going to start that attitude with me. Second of all, I don't stop there. And he was yelling at me, oh, well, that's a courtesy stop. I'm like, no, sir, it's not. I was like, that's a courtesy that drivers decide to do. There's nothing to do. There's nothing in Metro protocol that tells us that we have to stop at places where passengers want us to stop. So we're doing you a favor. So I'm not gonna drop you off there, if you disrespect me like that. So the guy was trying to explain to me, which obviously his logic made no sense. It's like I told him it goes in the parking lot. I'm like, well, you want to get off there? Of course, he didn't really have an answer for me. So I was like, okay, well, with that attitude, you can just get off, So I was like, you know what? I mean, this guy was making no sense. Because he was wanting me to drop off at a stop right before I get to the parking ride to catch a bus that goes to the parking ride. It just comes right after me. Does that make any sense to y'all at all? No. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I just told him to just get his ass off. I was like, I'm not going to tolerate that attitude. If you do it again, I'm calling the police. And sure enough, on that was on a Friday, a couple weeks ago. Well, that Monday, he came on, and he was as nice as he could be. So I think he understood that don't disrespect me like that, or I won't drop you there. So I don't know, just nasty fuckers like that. They're all over Houston. I just don't honestly. I don't like the people here. I mean, this is probably the most racist bunch of people I've ever met in my life. You know, and say what anybody listening to this and lives or lived in the Houston area, say what you want about it. But I come from a city that's mass transit system. You can get anywhere at a reasonable price. Yeah, we have assholes. We have our share of hate and crime there, but it's nothing compared to the level that Houston has. These drivers can't drive. I mean, there's accidents every day. Obviously. I mean, and I have to say this. This is just from my observations. That a lot of the black population here in Houston is racist. I'm not really the one that is racist. It's mainly them. And they turn other people into racist because they don't want to deal with their asses anymore. I mean, it's a sad thing. I'm not a racist person by heart. It's just, people here has made me racist because they're so fucking stupid and rude. I mean, that's all I really got to say about it because I'll probably be flagged if I say anything more about it. But really, I mean, how does anybody want to live in a city where people are this racist and can't drive? I mean, and I drive a city bus for a living. I have to deal with these people every damn day. That's why I'm trying to get in the rail in the first place. So at least I can focus on doing my job. Because when you're driving a train, you are in a locked room where people can't bother you unless they, push the emergency call button or something, and then you had to speak with them. But that's only for emergencies only. So people can be fined for abusing that. So that's where I want to be. I'm just tired of people disturbing me. It's not like I don't want to provide them a service because I enjoy doing that, but at the same time, it's like, all these people are disrespecting me, and I still have to provide them a service with a smile. I'd say the fuck with that. I give them a little bit of sense of realism that we're not going to be, bus drivers are not going to be pushed around. It's like we can kick your motherfucking ass off if we want to. That's the one thing that pisses me off about these people. So well enough bitching about that. Every now and then I still get some tough characters. Like this one fucker came on one of my local routes I did, and say I was downtown, and the guy was paying no attention. He was looking back and forth, and all of a sudden, started waving at me, so I drove on, right? Got to the next stop, and he was like, oh, you passed me up, man. I'm like, you were acting like you didn't want it. He's like, oh, I was staring right at me. I'm like, no, you weren't. I was like, just get in the back of the bus and shut up. So he just went back there. I was like, it's like a snobby ass little kid. So you weren't having your headphones on, texting away on your fucking piece of shit phone, and well, maybe then you would have saw my bus and I would have stopped for you properly. That's not my fault. So, you get ugly people like that. I mean, at first it bothers you, but after a while, I'm like, this shit's getting old. So, to fuck with them, I'm here to do a service and go home. I mean, it's like to fuck with these people. So, that is my rant. So, yeah. But those are really the only two problems I've really had so far. I think that between me and that black elderly gentleman that gets on my bus every morning at like 5:50 something, I think he and I have a good understanding. They don't need to, doesn't need to fuck with me again. He was still trying to explain to me why he was doing that. I was thinking, well, sir, I don't honestly give a shit. I was like, you either there when I'm on time. If I pull out, I'm not picking your ass up. I won't do it. So this pisses me the fuck off. People just act like that. thinking that they're above everybody, and they're really not. So there you have it in a nutshell, folks. And the racism I have to deal with in Houston. So it's sad, you know, it really is. And someone for me that's really not that social, to pick a job like that, you wonder, you know. But I do because I love to drive. I'm not gonna let anything get in the way of that, you know. I guess it's more like a pride thing, I guess. So we're continuing on with our saga here on 18 Wheels of Steel. Now, I know my uploading has been really, really drastically decreased in the past few months. I don't know if I really explained that thoroughly in the past few videos I've done, but yeah, just a lot of time with my mom being out of work, visiting her health, and she's trying to find a job now. She's miraculously improved since last year. So I just don't really have a whole lot of time, private time myself. So my computer's in the dining room, so she can look for a job on it, you know. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to be making videos at this point. And, you know, and my computer is just having a lot of issues. It's way out of date. I need to seriously need to get me a new one. Or seriously outdated. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. I mean, as far as this is concerned, I do the best I can, you know, under the given circumstances. Because, you know, I'm kind of going through some financial trouble myself. Wells Fargo is suing me. I don't know if I told you all about this. Probably I talked about it place there long ago. Well, I took out the student loan in 2009 from Wells Fargo Bank, which turns out to be obviously a bad mistake. Well, because I was going to school at the time, I was going to be a surgical technologist. Now, what that is that they're just people that are in operating rooms. They set up operating rooms and, you know, assist the surgeon and the instruments and stuff like that, clean that afterwards. So that's all it really is. Well, I never really finished the program. It turned out it really wasn't for me. It was too fast-paced. So I ended up dropping out. I mean, I was just gonna go, you know, work at 2 jobs for a while, see if I can come with the money, or at least pay that loan off, and try something else later on. And I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something else, you know. So I went back to that same school, which, you know, obviously in the end, they screwed me. I have a lot of money. Yeah, what turns out was I went to their pharmacy technician program, which they do everything that pharmacist does, except they cannot give advice about prescriptions and, you know, give shots and stuff. So that's really only a big difference. You get to work like at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, any privately owned pharmacy, private hospitals, stuff like that. So I was going to do that. I was going to try to find me a job in Dallas and do that, and try to, make a decent living, but that just didn't work out. So, but I did eventually graduate Anthem College in Irving, Texas. But I was never able really to utilize my degree that they gave me because, well, it literally screwed me out of a lot of money, and now I owe Wells Fargo all this amount of money, and I lost a friend over it because he was one who co-sold. Now he doesn't want anything else to do with me, so he just apparently just dumped me as a friend over money. So it's a sad case. Of course, I found out that he's truly a coward. I mean, he's just trying to coward his way out of stuff. And I mean, I really don't want a friend like that. So I think it's better off that we parted our ways. It was kind of ugly, but because he sent me a lot of hate mail, and this guy was just really just chicken shit, if you ask me. But I'm just saying it just sucks what happened. That, well, it turns out now that Wells Fargo is suing me for about $28,000, a little bit above that. It's originally 30 something, but they took certain like $3,000 or $4,000 on my co-signer's bank account. So yeah, it's sad though. Such a weakling. Really sad. Because truly, for the most part, he was a nice guy. I mean, he's just a coward. I mean, I feel bad for him because he never really had a really good male influence. I mean, his stepfather was quite nice, but I don't think that he was that much of a role model, if you ask me. But I guess that's all that Kevin really had. I mean, it's better than nothing. So I bet he's grateful for that. I mean, so it's a sad thing. Anyway, they're suing me. So they just had a hearing that they're not going to sue my co-signer. So they're just going to go after me about it. But yeah, it's been a huge headache. It's just been a huge nightmare. And I so regretted doing business with Wells Fargo, and I hate them for life now. Because they refused to work with me before it went into default. I mean, they keep increasing the monthly payments, and at the time, I was working for minimum wage, and they wanted $400 or $500 a month for 3 years. I was like, that's more than half my rent, So I think that was really unfair. That's really unfair of them to do that. And now they're suing me for it. I have a lot better job now, but I've been using a lot of my money to take care of my mother. So, and take care of the bills that need to be paid. So yeah, I mean, it's an upsetting thing. I mean, I really wish it didn't have to come down to this, but you know what? I'm just better off without him anyway. I mean, hopefully I wish him the best, because he had a hard time in 2012. I mean, he lost his dad, and his wife was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis or MS. They tried to have a kid, but they had a miscarriage. So I mean, he went through a lot. I mean, it must have traumatized him. I felt so bad for him, but he already dumped me as a friend. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I mean, he's on his own now. I was like, he made that choice. Yeah. He wanted to fight that fight alone, which I think is going to be his downfall. I mean, I seriously think so. So, it's really sad. I really wish him the best. Because I know his life sucked in the past. I'm like, you know what? He's just not someone to be friends with. He just gives this false image. I mean, it's really sad. I hope he changes his ways one of these days. At the end of it, it's going to screw him even more. He just ends up screwing himself. He and I would have worked it out. He would still have a good friend, and I would have supported him through his horrible year that he had a few years ago. But he just doesn't want to do it. So, in the end, it's pretty sad. But, well, what is done, right? So, we move on with our lives. Well, on the positive note, friends, I don't know when I'll be more commonly uploading videos. As long as my computer still works, I'll be doing it. Next, I'll probably be making 2 videos this round. So you'll be definitely getting 2 videos this month. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the month. We'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, it's been difficult. A lot of things have happened, but on the positive end though, I did finally earn some vacation at work. So this is the first official week off vacation that I'll ever get. I never had a week off vacation before. I'm 29 years old. I'm just not getting and I've earned this week. So I worked for Metro for about a year now. So I've earned this. I think I have. I've been through a lot of shit at Metro, you know. Because that job isn't just some walk in the park. That, yeah, an opponent 1 is killing me in preferred carrier ships. So yeah, that's not good.
How's the flow looking for us up ahead?
Freaking instructions. Yeah, my opponents, yeah, they have Supreme Courier ships over right now, but I'm being smart, and I'm not really spending a whole lot of money on expanding my business that fast. Just not interested in it. So probably next time, next few episodes, we'll be probably hiring a second driver, so I can start really getting some cash in and try to at least compete with these people. So I'm not in it for the competition. That's just there for show. There's really nothing to do with the game. I mean, you can compete if you want to, but that's just not my cup of tea. So yeah, I was just in New York City. Now I'm in Denver. That's great. So. Alright. So. Alright, so probably, I don't know if it's, depends on which load I get, because if I get a load back to either Dallas or Houston, I might go ahead and take it and end the video back there. So. Thank you. Yeah, because these videos, when they're long, they take a long time to save and do all that shit. I want to be able to do two. I'll be able to do 2 videos today. So, yeah, there's one back to Dallas. So we're just gonna. Awesome. Shit. That was close. Oh, glass. Okay, that's easy. Now, y'all, once I'm able to afford another computer, I'm going to be, it's probably going to have Windows 8 on it. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to play this game on Windows 8, but just for some future reference, some of the future games that I'll be doing is I'll be doing previews of all the newer trucking simulators. I'll be doing downloads of them, and I'll eventually be giving them and doing them like a half-hour preview of it. Let's see, what else can I do? So, as soon as they give me a new computer, I'll be doing all that, like all the other simulators that have come out so far. I'll be doing half-hour previews of them. I'll probably just be downloading the free trials and just be showing them off to y'all, just to give you a preview of what's some of the newer stuff, and I'll put that on my channel. And then, once I get a newer computer, I'll be playing the new SimCity game, which has been out for like, what, a year or so now? Kind of sad, really, but yeah, well, just gonna have to work with it, you know. I mean, hey, what can I say, you know? But That's close. They only will pull you over if you actually pass them going past 55. So, yeah. So just to let y'all know about that. So otherwise, this game is pretty straightforward. I'm just playing this, just, you know, I'm just going to max out on stars and, you know, max out on drivers and stuff like that. I'm not really playing towards the competition side. I really don't care about that. So you know, we'll, probably the next few episodes will be, I'll be purchasing another truck and getting some, more drivers out on the road there, and, getting this business up and running, you know. So it just means another driver right now, Frank. Frank is not doing too well. Yeah. Frank has a slight drinking problem. Yeah, pretty sad. I've been talking to Frank about getting some rehab. I mean, but he tries to not drink and drive, but, well, not really much you can do about that, can you? So, well, that's all I really have to talk about right now. I mean, I have a week of vacation coming up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make any videos, because I'll have to have some private time with my mother not being here, you know, in order to do this. So, I would love to do some more of these videos, at least every day. I, you know, upload a lot of videos next week, but don't really know if that's going to happen or not. So, and yes, my truck is an 18-speed. So, don't ask me why. I just like it. This thing goes like freaking 80 miles an hour. So, yes, I prefer the 18 speeds on these trucks. So, just the way I am. Alright. Now approaching Dallas, Texas. So, I'm going to end this video off here because I'm already at 35 minutes. So, I'm going to go ahead and probably end it here for now. I'll probably make another video. I don't know if it'll be 30 minutes, but we'll see. I'll probably make another video, and that'll probably be it for a while. I'll, you know, if I can, am able to do more, I will. But this depends. I'm just hopeful that my mother gets a job here sometime soon, so I can, you know, have some private time to myself. So hopefully move my computer back in my room so I can do this. So. Alright, well that's... Well, it's kind of in between those, but, you'll get it. All right, folks. Well, that's that. Well, I will see you guys next time.